Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining for today's section. We are going to be talking about advanced Excel Microsoft functions, and I just dropped the link in the comment section. If you want to join me live, please do so while we proceed with the class. I'm going to be sharing another link with you guys in case you want
Sebano.
to expand your
Oh,
services
in
to
the app,
us.
I called him yesterday.
So let's do this. Just give me a minute while I open up the all the WhatsApp groups for conversations if anyone wants to do that. But meanwhile, while I wait for the rest of you to join me, I would love to open up. If you have questions, please, if you're in the premium group, you could copy the link and paste it there so that anyone who wants to join me live would do that. If you have questions about index match or whatever we discussed in the last class, please let me know about those questions so that we can proceed. I hope we all had a beautiful, beautiful week.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Is enough. Please, I have a question.
All right. Yeah. What's the question? And
Please,
if you want to talk to me about anything on your laptop, like I said, you have to share your screen. But aside that, any other question? Yes, please go ahead.
this is just a question.
You have
Please,
to speak louder, please. Come
okay.
closer
Can
to
you hear
your
me now?
mic.
Can you
Yes,
hear
I
me now?
can. Yes, but better.
Okay, please. I would love if you do correction on that drop down. Drop down that will be in just a cell. That pork aspect, please.
Drop
That's
down.
the
How?
assignment
What
you
is the
gave us. I
problem?
want you to do like the correction. You know, you did the drop down fine, but there's one that you did. Everything is in a single cell. So once you click on pork, the amount for pork will be out. Once you click on beef, the amount for beef will be out.
You are like, the more you speak, the more faint you become.
Okay, can you hear me? I don't know.
Like,
Maybe it's network.
yes, come closer to your mic or maybe your
I'm
headphone
closer.
or something.
I'm using earpiece. I'm closer. Can you hear me now?
Now I
Okay,
can
maybe.
hear you.
Okay, I'm talking
Stay
about the.
on this trajectory till you are done with your question.
Okay, I'm talking about the drop down in that pork aspect. That meat table. Did you get my question,
Okay.
please?
What about it?
So I need you to. I was
What
unable to
about
do
the
it fine.
question? What about the drop down?
Yes, I was able to do the drop down fine, but mine I could not put that stuff that you did. That once you click on pork, the amount for pork will show. Once you click on chicken, the amount for chicken will automatically be there without you switching or turning of anything. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to ask, but it's in our assignment.
Did you ask this question in your? Are you in the premium group?
Yes, I am, but I did not drop the question there. I felt maybe you
Hello.
said question. Yes, I am. I am. I'm in
I
the
don't know.
premium
Can
group.
any of you hear? Can any of you hear her clearly? She's like she speaks and then she disappears or
No, I
something.
can't. Her
No, I
voice
can
is
hear her, sir.
unclear.
It's not clear. It's not clear.
Her voice is not clear like that.
Can you
Let me change. Let
explain
me.
if you heard? Can you explain
It's not
clearly
clear.
what she's trying to
Okay,
say?
sir. What she's saying is,
Go ahead with
in
it,
the
but
VLOOKUP
her voice is not
assignment,
clear.
in the VLOOKUP
Uh
assignment,
huh.
what she's trying to say that, that she did the assignment, but that on that area where you said that we should use the drop down, so that once you click the drop down, it will show whether the is for chicken or for beef or for
Yes,
mutton or for shrimps.
yes.
But
Hear me
that
now,
the
please.
drop down, once she's doing it, it's not working. That you should please correct her on that aspect. That's what she's saying.
Can you hear me now? I changed my earpiece already.
Okay.
Yes, your
Yeah.
voice
Are
is
you
clear.
having issues with the drop down? Are you having issues with the drop down?
Not really the drop down, but that aspect of Once I click on pork, everything on the other side will change to the figure of pork. Once I change to chicken,
She's
everything will
she's
change to.
talking she's talking about data validation.
No.
It's data validation
Yeah,
that
what's the
Zainab,
issue with
that
data validation?
Zainab,
Can
the
you hear me?
problem is that since you've gotten your drop down already, the problem is that when you were solving for the VLOOKUP, your lookup
you
value,
not
you clicked on a particular meat in the table. You did not click on the box where you'll be changing your
I
data, as
just
in where you added your data validation. That is the
this is it.
problem.
I just need to
If you
see
do it,
something.
you'll
Like
get it
I
correct.
tried, I watched videos, but I'm unable to. I watched video. In fact, I was
All
up
right,
till
all right,
three.
all right. Can you share your screen?
No, no, I don't have it on this system that I'm using. I don't
Sir,
have it
let
on
me
this
share
system.
on behalf of Zainab. I guess I understood what she's
Thank
saying.
you,
Can I
thank you, thank you.
let me
Please
share my
do.
screen and see?
Yeah.
All right,
Go
thank you.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. By the way, while I'm waiting for you to share your screen, I hope all of you here, you all belong to different groups. I'm talking to those in the premium group. If you belong to different groups, please get your group leader sorted out latest after class today, because tomorrow you will start working on a project. I'm going to drop the project after the class today. Hopefully, I'm hopeful we'll finish certain topics that we are going to address today or tomorrow. Okay, someone said they got it right, and I don't know this person. Obi Cindy, you may want to maybe drop your phone number so that she can reach out to you. Are you still sharing your screen?
Share your screen now, please. I be paid.
I'm trying.
Zainab, you can add your this thing to the group. Come with your question to the group so that I can attend to
Okay.
you.
Yeah, let me go to the group then. The WhatsApp group, Abi.
All right.
Yeah, the premium group.
Okay, okay.
All right, that's nice. For those of you that have been assisting each other, I really appreciate the the community work you are doing and the teamwork you are doing. And you'll be surprised to know that if you're applying for any job, you can in fact say something like you assisted members of your team to address questions like this or that, or people want to see that you've actually done something, and you need to make yourself visible, because if any of you wants a recommendation, or maybe those of you that want a certificate, they would want to know that yes, in fact, there is a place where you assisted a lot of people and you got they needed help. So aside from that, you may actually don't be inactive in class. I think that's what I can say. So having
Okay, is my
said
screen
that,
visible
I'm
now,
going to
sir?
share my screen, and yeah, it is.
It is. Okay, Zainab, are you still live?
So
This is what Zainab is trying to say here.
Yes.
That has to do
Uh,
with this place now, right?
thank you very much.
When you
Thank
when
you.
you change any of it, it changes the value. Is that not what you're saying?
Yes, yes, that's what I'm saying.
Like this one now,
I just
chicken
need to
changes to
get the
turkey.
formula. Yes, yes. I just need the formula.
And for you to do this one now, all you need to do is just go to data, your data, then data validation. When you click on data
Okay,
validation,
okay.
so you see this drop down here. Click on it,
Of
then
course,
you come here
I
and
did
highlight
that.
all the things you want to.
Okay.
You did that. Then when you are
Uh-huh.
done, you click back, then send OK.
Okay, yes.
The drop down appears here. Same thing applies to this one. This one don't have drop down, but I don't know. So let me to ask what Zonex is
Then
asking because
on the
in the place
figures
of
on
this
on the
admin,
amount.
but it seems to change this back to
What's
status.
your senator?
Sir,
Senator, click on that 50. Click on it.
this one now, this is
Yes,
the
click
Yes,
formula
on
click
it.
here.
on
Just
that
click on it so
50.
the formula can show.
Okay. Let me see.
Zainab, look.
Okay,
Are
Yeah,
you
I'm looking at
seeing
it now.
the this thing here?
I've done that.
The
Yeah, I did
first value, 821, is the lookup. That's the lookup
that.
value.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
I'm saying it.
I guess you used A17 as reference, or maybe you were using a cell that was already under the meat. You don't have to
Yes, that's
use
what I
that
think.
cell
Yeah.
as your lookup value. You have to come here, the place you put the drop down, and use as your lookup value. So when you change the name of the
Please,
meat,
please,
Excel would
um,
understand that they have to find
PUN.
the value of the meat.
PUN, that thing is not drop down, no. It's data validation, no. Drop down is another thing on its own, no.
This is VLOOKUP. This is VLOOKUP.
No,
And there's
Yeah,
data
like the
And this
validation
is
for
the
the
formula
meat.
is VLOOKUP.
to scatter my head.
The formula
uh-huh.
is VLOOKUP. The data
Yes, what I'm talking
validation was
about.
just added for
For
the
you to
meat.
select, yes, what I'm saying, for you to select the beef and everything, that thing is data validation, not drop down.
Yes, yes. VLOOKUP is different entirely. That's
Yes,
another
now for
thing.
the beef,
What
that
is
one is data
what is the
validation, but for the
difference between data
Wait,
validation and
amount is
lookup
what we are discussing.
wait now. If you
and
want to
drop down
do
rather? Data validation and drop down, they
no,
are the same thing.
drop down, you have to just go to your data table, then go to data validation. Then your source will be all your items. Then you fix it inside.
Yes.
Then you see a tiny box that will
Zainab,
just
Yes,
appear.
yes.
That's where you have all your items on that. But this aspect now, wait now, people should understand. What I'm saying is, you have pork. You know, he gave us an assignment. He said pork. Once you click on pork, the amount on the other side will change definitely to the amount of pork.
Who
Click
is
on
sharing
that.
the screen? Who is sharing the screen? The person that
The
is sharing the screen
senator.
should, senator, please do this formula again, work on this formula again so that
Just
she can
I do that
understand
formula.
Who,
what we are talking about.
That will help me
should
combine
I
all
work on
my
it?
role
Yeah,
in
work
one.
on it so that she can
Kindly
see what we are talking about.
Okay, let's go
If
now.
you are
Let's
if you
go.
are if you
Equals
are if you are
Zainab,
VLOOKUP
explaining
now,
it like
right?
this, she will not understand. Yes, we look up.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Bracket open.
Now
No,
the
use the main
bracket
use
open
the
now.
main
They take
table.
lookup value. Then up.
Use the main table so that if you want to select
Okay, I should use the main
another
table.
Yes,
so that if you want to
everyone
select
on the
another,
screen.
if you want to select anyone, so that she can see what you like she's talking about.
It
If
will be
you do it
changing.
on that's what I'm talking about.
So can you just remove all this fish, the 50, remove everything and start
I
afresh?
should use
Just
the
that
main
part.
table. Is that what you're
I
saying?
know.
Yes, use the
Remove this
main table.
fish and 50. Remove it and start again.
Okay.
Let me just see. I
Okay.
understand the
Let them now.
putting
Is that
the
what you're
table.
saying?
Just that part. Remove it and start again, please. Just that part.
I have done that. I have cleared all. Okay. Work now,
Thank
right?
you. Yes, yes. This is what I want to know.
I'm coming. Here now, right?
Thank you, babe.
Work now.
Yes.
Let me just change the font.
Okay.
Okay, let's go now. Zainab, this
I'm
is
with
it
you,
now. We
babe.
want to now for create a drop down. All we need to do
Okay.
is this. I click on this now. I come to
Yes.
what? Data.
Data. Okay.
Validate. This icon will
Yes.
appear.
Validation.
Any value,
Yes.
but I will now want to like list it. I will go and click on list now, right? Then source, I will click
Yes.
inside and tell them to like
Okay.
what I want to do. Share. I come here now,
Yes.
highlight all this to be the drop down.
Thank you. Thank you.
Share,
Yes.
you see, I'll come back here again
Yes.
and click that
Yes.
I'm ready. Then I click OK. Now it
Okay.
has entered. Share.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
for this place now, the value here is 50. Now is that not what you're saying?
Yes, babe.
50.
Mm-hmm.
What you want to know is how you do it and it start changing now, right?
Yes. Once I click on finish, it will change the figure. Yes.
As a matter of fact, now, let me just be sincere to you. I can't do it again
Okay.
because in that one, sir, I did. I don't know if you have
Okay.
command the cell. The one Mr.
Okay.
Francis did, if he has command the cell, that is making it once I
Okay.
No,
click on
no,
anyone, it
no,
changes. I
Now
no,
everybody's getting
So
what
how will
I'm
I do it
saying.
now?
no,
Because
no,
before
no,
I work with
no,
a cell.
no. You are getting it wrong. You are getting it all wrong.
Uh, so how are we going to get it?
No, 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 no.
Favor, can you do yours, please?
because that is the reason here
See,
too. I stopped here.
see,
Please, sir, can I share my screen?
see.
Let me.
Oh yeah, let me
Oh,
just
yeah,
share
share
it
your
so
screen
that you
first.
share.
Please. I'm with you guys. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm cutting it.
I feel share so that before once you're done, I'll share mine.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you
Oh yeah,
guys.
share.
Oh.
Let's see. No wahala. Mo just try because me too, I'm stuck there.
Senator, you got what you did. The only thing is just that your lookup value, you guys are using the name of the meat under
Yeah,
the
yeah, wait, now let's see. Let's
table.
see what
You have
we
to
do. Let's
use
see.
the cell number
This that's what
you are
yes, that's
working
what they
on.
are missing.
Wait,
That's
you
what they are
guys should
missing.
wait now. Let's see what favor will do. Please, you guys should
Who
wait.
is
Please.
Oh
sharing?
yeah,
Who is
faith
sharing?
finish
Share.
up.
Let's see.
Favor wants to
Faith finish
share.
up.
Who is this person? This smart nearly carry me go where I no know.
Wait, is everybody seeing my screen?
It has
No,
not
we are
come
not.
up. Oh.
Maybe
No, we can't see your
Mr. David has
screen.
maybe Mr. David has not yet approved me yet.
No, it's not Mr. David that will approve you now. You go to share now. Start present. It will
I've
ask
already
you.
present. No, I'm not the host now. I'm not the host. He's the one that will accept me to share screen.
I think it's doing my Excel.
See what you
Excel
do
and it's
here.
going
See what you do
to
here. Click on present. Click on present.
I've already present my screen. I'm already sharing my screen like this.
We can't
It's
see it.
showing.
It's a lie. Well, I want to tell you, go back now. Let me show you how you do it.
Solve the value for
You should
VLOOKUP
not kill me.
Go
first
back.
before
Click on
going to
present.
create the drop down
If
for
you
the
click on
meat.
present, a tab will open. You will see Chrome tab, window, or entire screen. So you now pick the one you want to do.
It's the entire screen I shared now.
Then why is it not coming up?
zoom in, Bella. What is this? I don't want you now.
I'm thinking good ideas, but I just need to see something. I watched a lot of videos yesterday before I slept. Then, God,
This time just the moment now. What is this?
I just need to see something.
Is anybody
And
seeing my screen now?
no, babe, nobody's
No,
seeing
we
it.
can't see your screen. This exact question was
Hey,
answered in the group
wahala,
Zainab, and
wahala, wahala.
many people used it too. The only
Was it?
problem is just
That
Mm,
thing,
that
is
your
that
value
thing is very
is
very
not changed.
that thing is very very easy. It's very very easy.
eh.
Then share your screen and show us now
No, you
because
don't
me
have
too.
to
I'm
say it.
I'm
for me it
sharing
doesn't
the
It's
sense.
screen
easy
now.
to you, but she doesn't understand.
Even
So
small, small now. Small, small, please.
see,
Hey,
since
Wallah.
since you can't share your screen, let Senator share his screen.
So that
And
Oh
you
the
show
yeah,
put me through
Senator,
now,
share
right?
your screen.
Senator was getting it.
Okay.
The only thing is just that
Um,
Should I
your
all
start
screen
right,
here?
is
all
bad.
right. So let me come in.
Okay, sir.
Zainab, are you
Sir,
here?
I'm with you, sir.
Z- Zainab, are you here?
I'm with you. I can hear you, sir. I can hear you.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Loud
We
Yes,
and
we
can
can
clear.
hear
hear you,
you.
sir. I'm trying to
Yes,
share
yes,
screen too,
yes.
but it's not working from
Hello,
my
sir,
end.
Zainab,
we
are you
can
here?
hear you.
Yes, 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 yes. I'm here.
Okay. Senator, are you here?
Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
PUN, are you here?
I'm here, sir.
PUN, are you here?
I'm here.
Favor, are you
Yes,
here?
I'm here. Yes.
And Faith, are you here?
Present, sir. I'm here, sir.
All right. So you know what? Because I don't want us to, I don't want, I don't want us to spend time on this. That is why we have, that's why we have the group. Okay. So I'm going to encourage you guys to continue the conversation in the group. You can use the Discord server. I'm going to send a Discord server link to the premium group so that you can use the Discord server, which will be no text, just audio calls, video calls. You can share your screen on Discord as well. You don't need to pay anything for it. So that's what
Okay,
I
so one
said.
more question, please.
Yeah, what's the question?
Could you please solve the last index match where we have repeated values that we are looking for in a particular column?
What do you mean by repeated values? Maybe I lost.
The
Like
region
we
sales
are asked
and
to
profit.
find west and central in region, and region has up to 5 or 6 wests in it, but has different numbers in the sales column or profit column. This the
Okay.
yes, the one that has so much this thing.
Are you talking about this one?
Exactly.
Okay, so what's the question?
Because when you use the normal index match to solve this, the only thing you are
Uh
going to get is only the first
Match.
profits or sales for the region, but the rest you're not going to get it. So since you did not specify the
huh.
particular west or central region we are finding for, you said for the west and central region, it means we are finding for all. So I'm asking, how do we do this?
It means you are finding for what?
You said using index match, get the sales and profit for the west and central region. Is it
Uh-huh.
just one? Because when you go to the region, the column of region, west is appearing many times.
Okay, so we have the west, we have region here, we have west. Exactly, exactly. So we have west appearing many times. I think that was,
A mistake.
let's look at the postal code. So if you look at the postal code, you would see that there are some places that the west it's the same place in the west. Like, look at this one. This is a different type of west. Um, the others are kind of the same. I think I should delete this out. So basically, the west is the same, but if you are looking for sales, you have to ask yourself, sales of what category? So you are going to use the category to define what you are looking for in the West. You can have different tables under West with different or the same category. And also pay attention to the subcategory. Remember when I was telling you guys about key columns, primary columns, secondary columns? You need to find out, okay, we have West, or we have different types of West that looks the same with their postal code, and there are different categories, there are different subcategories, and there are different product names. So what are you looking for? If you are looking for sales of technology in the West, you need to find out what is the sales of that technology in that region, and what's the profit of that technology in that region. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't understand, when you meet as a group, you work on it together, but you have to submit it as an individual. Having said that, we are going to move to our next class. Today, we are going to be
So,
talking
so you're not
about data.
solving just one problem from there.
No, I'm not. It's an assessment.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Did I send this material to you guys? Excel data cleaning and modeling?
No, sir.
No, no, sir.
Some people say they still don't understand though.
They don't understand what?
From the comment section, the index match, the one you are talking about
Saying they don't
category.
understand. Have they started working on this, or they don't understand
Yes,
because I'm just explaining it? You need
yes.
to start
That's why.
working
Can
on
you
it.
just solve another
You need to
region that appear twice? Please, can
No,
you
I
just solve
won't.
another region?
I won't. If you want to understand, if you want to understand index match the way I taught you guys and the way I have actually explained it, you would understand that we have different regions: west, maybe east, central region. And under west, for instance, let me mention New Jersey, or yeah, or Newark. In Newark, you have different products: iPhones, cell phones, and so on. You have downtown Newark. You have a few ghettos in Newark. If and in downtown Newark, there is just one postal code, but in that particular city, they sell different products, iPhones, just like you've seen on that assessment. So if they are asking you to use index match to solve for sales in the western region and profit in the western region, your job, and I am going to be talking about data cleaning today so that you actually improve on your understanding of what we think we should do. I think I am done with VLOOKUP. Chuku, Drusilla. I'm pretty done with VLOOKUP. Except it's the one you guys were trying to solve, which I say take it to your group and begin to work on it. So what was I saying? You can actually
Hmm.
say for the Western region, these are the products we have for the Western region. Remember when I told you guys that in Excel, you don't depend on one formula to get what you want. If someone sent me all of that, all I needed to do was to use pivot table and bring everything that belongs to the western region, see all the products, and begin to now have an idea of these are the products in the western region. That's the first step. The second step, now I have an idea. The second step is, okay, I go back to the original table, and then I use my VLOOKUP to pull out each of the sales in a particular region, western region category. You explain how you got the sales, how you got the profit using your index match. But again, the more we proceed with our class, the more, when I give an assessment, I expect you guys to actually attempt doing it before asking questions, so that it comes from a place of understanding, a place of effort. Not that because maybe you didn't take your Saturday or Sunday dinner or breakfast, and then the way I am sounding, it's sounding French, and then you just shout, I don't understand. Oh no, you should understand.
So
Go
I
and
did,
eat.
and
Go
I
and
saw
listen
that
to the
we're supposed to
recording.
use aggregate, but then the formula was a very long one.
Oh yeah. Are you tired of long things?
For mine too, I did though. I lie.
So guys,
Sir,
please
please.
keep trying.
I slept around 3 yesterday. I still
Okay.
don't.
Oh. Honestly, that was not clear.
So let me quickly drop this on the Discord server for you guys. Um
Someone should forward it to WhatsApp, I beg.
okay, let me check. Is my WhatsApp open? It's not. Okay, it is. So let me copy this and put it for you guys. So it's a private group. You can begin to use this for your. Where is that your group? Let's see.
Free Excel to tech use.
So yeah, you guys can begin to join this group and then use that to schedule for your meetings and video calls and all that. So it's sorted in such a way that you don't type. If you want to type
Sir
anything, you
Mariam
just go
said,
to
can some
your
ifs be used?
go to your alcohol use. Some if
Yes.
well, I can't answer that because it's I've already given you guys a lot of tip. I've told you two things. In Excel, understand that um
So can you
something
paste it? We've
I'm
not seen this
okay.
stuff here.
On what group did you drop the stuff, sir?
It's me not see.
Your premium group.
It's not there, or it
So
has
it's
not
not
entered.
there.
Is
It's
it
not
not
there in
pasted
premium
yet?
group.
It's not
Yesterday
there
was
in
not.
premium group.
It's
No.
pasted. Maybe it
It dropped.
hasn't delivered. Don't worry, it will come.
Okay.
Sir, someone else said I
So I
use
want
pivot
to
table.
drop the Excel. They use pivot table.
Yeah, he said she used pivot table and got the sum of West and Central
Good
region.
for them.
And after which, she used index match to get the sales and profits using the other
So this
ID
is your
as a drop down. Mr. David, honestly, that question was
that's your
confusing.
material.
If
I
you could
just sent
talk
it
for
to
any
you.
other region, we would be very grateful.
Please, someone should share down material to WhatsApp. I've
No,
not.
I won't.
Sir, you should though.
So
That's
please
why we're
go
your
to
students.
the free Microsoft Excel hashtag, the trend, and then you see the material. It's right there. Open it. Let's begin our class.
That's not delivered though.
I've seen it.
Um,
Let me
It's
share
still
to
going.
WhatsApp.
Let me send it to WhatsApp.
Please share
Okay.
to WhatsApp. That one is fast.
all right. Sorry, but so guys, welcome to data cleaning and modeling. I we also dropped a free textbook on our LinkedIn page about data cleaning. So you can, if you want the theoretical explanation to it, you can go download the book. It's free of charge. It's a very helpful book, so you have an idea of data cleaning. Okay, but
Yes,
I
sir.
want to tell you guys something. Um, Let me start by putting something like this. So we have 500, we have 200, we have, sorry, 300, we have, let's say, we have 800, we have 700, we have 600, and then let's say this is like amounts, and then this is like names. So for names, sorry, for let's say products. Okay, for products you have a CD, you have um you have you have liquor, then you have um razor, then you have some rosas, then you have um chocolate. So guys, I want you to take a look at this, all of this. I need you guys to tell me, what do you notice? What do you notice? What is your observation like?
So the first observation is there are errors in the spelling. That's the first observation, and
Okay.
the
All right.
the figures,
Errors in
the
spelling.
numbers were not organized. Some of them are justified, some of them
Numbers
are
not organized.
yes.
All right. So can we have a better about the numbers? Can we have a better? Okay, numbers not organized. Can we have other observations?
The amount column. Someone said
Alignment.
the amount column is not orderly.
Amount column.
The amount supposed to come before the product. I mean, sorry, the
Okay.
product column supposed to come before the amount. Sorry.
Okay. So column alignment or column arrangement. Okay. What else do you notice?
Alignment of um numbers in the amount
All
column.
right. Yeah. Alignment of numbers in that. Yeah. That has been taken care of. Now, I want to tell you guys something about data cleaning and modeling. Do you know why a lot of companies would choose to pay so much money to data analysts, especially those of you that will know what you are doing? It's because of the number of hours that you spend on your laptop or on behind your computer trying to clean your data. So on a norms, what you observe here is that the numbers are either left or right. And you must understand as a data analyst that in Microsoft Excel, alphabets are always tilted to the left and numbers are always tilted to the right. That's a very simple trick. So now we know all of these are numbers. But even within our numbers, we have spelling errors. So you are going to have to look through every single data that have been sent to you by anybody before you rush to visualize that data, put it in a chart, begin to tell people. For instance, if I want to calculate equals to sum, if I want to calculate all of this, it is 1300 maybe dollars or naira. That's 1300. And then you now discover that maybe this is supposed to be the total amount you are supposed to send to your sales supervisor or manager. And you now go ahead to tell the person that the company made sales of 1300 in a month. You are going to do two things. You are going to make a fool of yourself, or you are going to put the company in trouble because you did not make your calculations correctly. Because what happened here is that you only succeeded in adding 500
And
and
800.
what
800.
800 enter to give you 1300.
800.
But what happened to 300 to 700 and to
300 and
600?
600.
So you see how data cleaning is very, very important. So now that we can look at this and we can actually use the replace function to say, you know what, everywhere there is an O instead of a zero, replace it with a zero. And then you can solve that and get your correct answer. And then where you have this place, you can also say anywhere there is a O, replace it with a zero or vice versa to clean every of your data. So imagine you have to do this to thousands of rows of data. You are sitting behind your system. Before in visualization, all those charts you guys were using, that was the easy part. I can tell you. That was the easy part. The difficult part is you're taking time. Remember when we started this class, when I was talking about problem solving, and those of you also joined the problem solving session with Saratu Bello, right? When
Yes.
we were now talking about, you know what, in life, when you are tossed with a problem, don't be in a hurry to rush into getting a solution. Be in a hurry to understand what the problem is. That's why in my class, when someone says they don't understand, oh, they put oh like a typical Nigerians would do, just to emphasize that they don't understand. But as a data analyst, what I'm reading from that complaint is the fact that the person doesn't even understand the problem. Because if you understand the problem, you would be very specific in your questions. Okay. So somebody comes to you and say, "Oh, sweetheart, I saw you. Oh, I saw you with one woman. Yeah. So you are. This is how you have been cheating on me. Every time you go out after your work, you are cheating on me." As a data analyst, I'll call you and I say, "Sweetheart, just sit down, please. Sit down. Sit down. Let's talk about this. What did you see? You say you saw me with a woman. Good. How many times did have you seen me with this woman? It's no, don't shout. Just calm down. How many times have you seen me with this woman? You say, I saw you only that day now, but I know. You say, okay, you saw me only that day. Do you know her name? No. Do you know where she's working? No. Do you have her phone number? No.
No,
So what do you know
that's my
about this
auntie.
woman and me? Still no. You don't know anything about the woman, but because you see me with an amazing woman, she got good lips, she got big posterior and anterior, she got all the package on this earth, and you saw me smiling and happy, perhaps even hugging her at a point. Then voila, you rush to make conclusions. So, hey, darling, I want to announce to you that I think you are not just insecure, but you have a problem with a problem. You know what that means? You have a problem understanding whether you have a problem. And it's not just about whether it's the man or the woman, it goes both ways. So, I want to train you guys to learn how to ask the most important questions. So I can accuse you of cheating on me in a relationship when I have all the facts. For instance, I know the name of the lady. I know you guys meet in a particular hotel room. I have access to details about her, and I can confirm using fact one, fact two, fact three that in fact you are having a relationship with this person. Okay. So when I approach you I'm not going to ask you, are you cheating on me? Because you and I already know that that is affirmative. What I'm going to ask you is, you know what? How long has it been? Excuse me? How long has it been? Yeah. So you tell me, because I'm very specific with the question. So let's come back to class. It doesn't make any sense that in your attempt to create a solution for any problem, you do not, in fact, understand what the problem is. The problem in this data set is not that the company didn't make 1300 in a month. The problem is that you were in a hurry to solve or to calculate how much the company made, that you did not spend a little bit more time to look at the content of that problem. In this case, you didn't care to look at the content of that column to see, no, it cannot be. It cannot be. So there's this thing that is called text analysis, but that's not on that's not on I think that's on, is it Python programming or SQL Server? And then we have all of that too in Power BI. It's called text analysis. For instance, you go to a particular place, and do you guys have any of you gone for vacation, maybe a zoo or just any fun place, and they are getting details of, okay, your name, how many children did you come with, are you here with your spouse? Maybe it's a hotel. Someone is getting all those details from you. Okay. So what let me just quickly teach you guys text analysis, because I don't know if some of you would enroll for a data analysis class. So I have something like okay, I came here with my husband and two kids. So this is customer number one. Customer number two is I'm here. I'm here with my boyfriend and some bags. Another person comes in and says, well, I just got I I just got divorced, so I'm here to take the time off. Another person comes to the hotel and says, I came with my wife and kids. Another person comes and says, I am here with my husband and his brother. Another person comes and says, um, I came on a recommendation, but I am here with my dog. Another person says, hey, I'm divorced. Another person comes and tells you, um, I want to remarry, and I heard this hotel has some nice chicks.
I'm single.
My wife died, and I am here on her. Then yes, well, I am here alone, and hope I get lucky. So I remember some of you in this class used to do like this now. You go to a party, you go to a church, you go to birthday celebrations, you go for vacations, you spend a lot of money just to look good and then attract. That's when you remember you have some high heels in your house.
POM.
So you put them on, get borrow some Brazilian hair from your friend, just go out. What shocks me is that when some of these
Who called
fools
my
go
name?
out there, they just go to one corner and sit down and pretend as if they are not looking for a man or a woman. They are expecting somebody to come and, hey, hi, are you here alone? I mean, I've been seeing you, or can I offer you a drink? And then they'll just look at the guy and be like, oh man, well, my boyfriend is coming. That's a lie. She no get boyfriend.
Shishi.
She she is alone and she wants to get okay. So let's assume this is a hotel and this is the data that people submitted to the guy at the receptionist. If you are a data analyst, the only thing that you can do, okay, I'm going to reward someone that would give me the most appropriate answer to this question. And that question is this: you are a data analyst and you have all of this data sent to you. So the hotel wants you to analyze this data. So the question is the analyze the following data. All right, so I need comments, WhatsApp group, comments of our. So the first, I want you to explain to me, how are you going to analyze this data? I am here alone and I hope to get lucky. My wife died and I'm here to mourn her. I want to remarry and I heard this hotel had some nice chicks. I came here with my husband and two kids. I'm here with my boyfriend and some bags. But I just got divorced, so I'm here to take the time off. I came with my wife and kids. I'm here with my husband and his brother. I came on a recommendation, but I'm here with my dog. Hey, I'm divorced. Fuck man. And let's say one last one. Um,
I'm a single man.
But if you walk in a hotel, you are gonna hear some crazy things. So I'm just gonna be as crazy as whatever. So let's say um I got into a fight with my husband. So yeah, to find me some tea. Yeah. Right. So you are a data analyst. So let's do this. Come on, guys. Let's do this. If you are ready, you could just unmute. Tell me what is that thing you are going to do? What is that thing you are going to do to analyze this data? For you, it's just too many words. But for the owner of the hotel, they want you to make sense of this data they just got.
Is you are going to
Okay.
look at their
I
status.
will,
Status.
Yes.
yes.
Their
Population,
status.
Okay.
If they are, if someone that is single,
female or male.
somebody that is married, somebody that is divorced.
Yes. Their
Exact. All
status,
right. Status. All right. All right.
their
But how
sex,
are you
maybe
going
male or
to?
female,
All right. Sex. Good.
maybe male or female.
It's interesting. Sex, or better still, let's use
Gender,
gender.
gender,
Gender,
gender.
yeah.
Right. What else?
Marital status now. Okay,
Robert
status now.
said
Their status.
relationship status.
Mm.
Status is already here.
Yes.
And
We
population,
have gender,
population,
Size. Size. Let's
population,
check size.
Size
population.
of what?
size. What do you mean by size?
Size of what?
Okay.
Okay.
Mm,
I guess you guys have an idea of what to do, right? So now you can now from this one you can now look at what is called text analysis. Okay, what is called text analysis. So for our text analysis, you are going to ask yourself, how many times did the word wife appear? How many times did the word husband appear? How many times did the word boyfriend appear? How many times did the word
Kids,
dog
kids,
appear? How many times did the word divorce
kids,
appear?
brother,
How many times did the word kids appear? How many
brother,
times did the
too.
word what brother
Brother, yes.
appear? Okay. And
How many times did you D appear?
F men. How many times did the word F men appear?
Just once.
yeah, how many times did the word, when you are visualizing, you are not going to visualize and say, fuck man is not, he doesn't analyze anything. It's just like saying, I am stupid. Okay. The person saying, I am stupid, the text analysis is actually not going to look at the word I, but the text analysis is going to how many people describe themselves as stupid.
Yeah.
So it's not like fuck man, but you are going to say how many times was obscene language used to describe somebody by our client. Okay. So this is what text analysis does. So by the time you discover, okay, wife appeared, let's say 5 times, husband appeared 3 times or two, boyfriend appeared 1 time, dog appeared 1 time, divorce appeared 2 times, kids appeared 3 times, brother appeared 1 time. So once you get this analysis sorted, you can now go over to your status and now put married, and how many people were married from your text analysis looking at husband and
Five.
wife?
Five.
No.
Seven.
One,
In all,
two,
seven now.
Okay,
three,
so you have
seven.
someone came with their wife 5, and another came with their husband twice, so 7.
In all, seven.
So 7 couples visited this hotel. One dog visited this hotel. 2 persons who were divorced visited this hotel. 3 kids visited this hotel, and 1 sibling and 1 dog and 1 boyfriend. That is what text analysis does. So please, if I were you, I'm just going to write it down on my paper or anything, and then after this class, I'm going to go and research more about text analysis, maybe in Excel or in whatever software you are using, and get to know how it is used, even the formulas that are used and things like that. So all of the things that I'm teaching you guys now, all of this introduction is to explain to you what data cleaning is and why you can actually make sense of data that is very, very dirty. In fact, this data is so dirty that if you don't know what text analysis is, you'll be wondering, yes, you came with your wife and kids, and so what? But a data analyst would know that there are two things that are visible in that sentence: wife and kids. And with those two things, he has all the power on this earth to make sense of the data. Is there anyone that is confused from this explanation? Because the more we proceed, the more you now understand what and how you can apply your data cleaning. So for this one, we are going to go ahead to use the trim function to going to clean this. To use the trim function to actually clean our data. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So you can see this is someone's full name. You can see The Rock, Justin Bieber, Jennifer Mobiles, Ketri Diary, Kadi A, Gary Posey, Joseph Smith, Adeyemi David, Elkanah Joe. These are names, and who knows, the person who put all these names will probably don't care, maybe has poor handwriting, or maybe doesn't even know how to type. And then they bring this to you and they say, you know what, David, this is what we got from the people who attended our event. We want you to clean this data so that we'll be able to send them an email, a thank you email, and things like that. You can't go and say, dear, for instance, you can't go and say, dear the rock. You can't do this to someone's email. The person will feel, wow, wow. You know, so you can't put your company into this kind of trouble. So what we are going to do, we are going to use the trim function, which is equal to trim. And what does it say? Can someone say, read what's there?
Removes all spaces from a text
Re-
string except for single spaces
Exactly.
between words.
Exactly. So remember in your Microsoft Word, when you hit, when you say,
Control F.
um, I love, let's say um, I love bread. You remember when you are typing I love bread, you type you put space, right? You put love, you
Yeah.
put space, and then you put bread. So there's not going to be anything like an underline, a red line below it because it's a complete sentence. But when you type you put space twice, and then you put love, you put space twice, and then you put bread. What are you going to see? What are you going to notice?
There'll be a red line under.
A red line is going to be on that, showing you that there is an extra space that is not supposed to be there. So in Microsoft Excel, that red line is not going to be there, but you are going to see it. And if you don't clean, or if you don't trim that extra space out, you are going to have issues with your data going forward. So we use the trim function to actually remove those extra spaces. So if I say bracket open and they are asking for text, I don't know if there are extra spaces here or not, but I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm going to actually cause some trouble. So I'm going to trim the data and then I'm going to close it. So we see the rock and then just drag down. But you notice that now we have removed all the extra spaces, but the words are still, what do you notice? The words are still
Do the same.
Same.
nonsensical.
Scattered.
They mean nothing. So that is what we do when we now use the proper function. So we have equals to proper. What do you think it says there?
Converts a text string to proper case, the first letter in each word in uppercase and all other letters in lowercase.
Exactly. That's what the proper function does. So only the first word is in caps, every other word is in small letters. So that's what the proper function does. So we have equal to proper, bracket open. What is our text? This one. And
Yeah.
then Assuming you just want to maybe just that one, and then hit this and then hit enter. So what do you see?
That's
The
The
rock.
connected.
rock.
Okay, that's connected it.
The rock. Does it look nice now? Then you do what? You
Yes.
drag down. Can you see? Is it better now?
Yes.
Yes.
Hello? Is it better now?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Good. But there is something I want to teach you guys. In cases like this, for me to be on the safer side so that I don't get to use each of these functions over and over again, I'm going to combine functions. Right? In advanced Excel, that's what we do. We combine functions. And that's I'm going to teach you how, because I want to trim the function and I'm also going to use the proper function. So I'm going to say equal to trim, bracket open, proper, okay, bracket open, and I'm going to highlight this. And remember what I said about two formulas. Who remembers what I say when
Yes.
you have
Yes.
two formulas?
Double
But you have
What
to
do
bracket.
we do?
close. You close
I didn't hear
double
that.
bracket.
You
Double
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 close
bracket.
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 Double bracket. God bless your
Yes.
bank account. Put it there and then
Amen.
you hit enter. So you can see with the two formulas, we can now drag down. So what have we succeeded in doing using the two formulas? We have
We
Placing
trimmed
we
to
proper.
trimmed
remove
it.
every extra space, and we have
Yes.
Everything.
also turned everything into proper.
Changing the word.
Proper.
Any question under this formula? Any question? Any question?
Sir, Coca inspiration. I say you should please explain again.
Coca inspirational. Are you receiving inspiration?
Inspirational TV.
All right, Coca. I'm going to explain it again. But if you understand what I just explained, please type yes in the comment section so that I know you understand. How many people understood me? Those of you on live with me, do you all understand?
Yes, sir,
Yes,
we
Yes,
sir.
do.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. If you understand, okay. Also, Star Glory said no questions. Good. You understand it, Regina? All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, she was talking about the text analysis. Oh, okay, that's fine. If that is the case, all right, so you understand. All right, nice. If that is the case for text analysis, please don't worry about that. You would understand it in future. Eh?
It's kind of bad.
Just simply listen to the recording again. You will understand it. Okay, now that we have all agreed that we've understood trim function and proper function, let's go ahead and continue to the next one, which is conditional formatting. So remember, I told you guys that we're going to be treating conditional formatting in advanced Excel, right?
Yes, sir.
So guys, we can format all of this. Um, all we need to do is Control A and Control. All right, guys. So for the advanced Excel conditional formatting, I want you guys to Control A and Control plus one is going to take you to this dialog box. Okay. Then when you are done, go under custom. When you see under custom, I'm so sorry that I have not updated my private laptop to the latest version of Excel. But I'm going to send you guys a video online. that explains conditional formatting. So you see all these negative 27, negative 134, negative 431. Can you guys see all that?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Good. If I have a newer version of Excel, I can actually come to custom and then insert a thumbs down. You know thumbs down now?
Yeah. YouTube thumbs down.
Exactly. I can insert that icon any place there is a negative symbol under net profit. But before we proceed under net profit, I want you guys to tell me how I was able to calculate for net profit given my revenue and expenses. How was I able to calculate for net profit? Hello, this is quite simple.
What did you say, sir?
It's simple now. It you minus, sir, for you to get your net this thing. You minus revenue minus expenses to give you net profit.
All right, so that's it. Equals to revenue
Minus
minus
expenses.
expenses, right? And that gives us our net profit. Good. So now that we have gotten our net profit, Control A, Control 1, and this would open, go to custom. You can choose any of these general samples to insert your, let's say we want to choose any of these, and then we click on OK. You can see what happened. Everything that is negative is actually being shown in a bracket. Can you guys see that?
Yes, sir.
So we can come here and clear all. Sorry, what did I do?
What the heck?
Format. Good. And control one, open back, and then go back to this. Let's say in this case, we want to choose the first one. Let's see what that is. Um, so what it did is that it actually added some numbers to it instead of approximating. So we can go again, and these are the negative numbers. So you can now choose to say, you know what, for the negative number, I want it to be in brackets. So if I click on bracket negative number, which is under number, not custom anymore. If you click number, you are going to say, let's say we want it to be in 4 decimal places or 7 decimal places, or maybe just zero as it is, you can leave it. If you want 1,000 separator like comma, if you don't want the comma, you can remove it and you can see the comma is gone. But I want to insert it because I want it to appear 1,000, like in thousands. And then you click on OK. You can see everything that was in negative is actually right now in what? In brackets. So we can go back, Control 1, and then we go for currency. On that currency, you can choose to say, you can choose to put everything in negative in 2 decimal places. You can choose your currency right here. I don't know what currency this is, and then click on OK. All right, so that is the currency for that one. Are you guys following me, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So go to, okay, we're done with currency, go to accounting. You can, accounting is basically your currency and all of that. Date time, we don't need that. Percentage, you don't need all of that. Fraction, you can say you want it to be as halves. Let's see how this will look like. So that is just it. So it's for me, this is where you get most of your conditional formatting easy to get places. Special text. Though if you are very in, we are not going to use this because there is no social security number, phone number, or code. But in case you are working with people's phone number, zip code,
Zena, please
this is
mute your
where
mic.
you can come and
I'm not
change
the
it
one shouting.
to.
Nobody's here.
You can see English in Philippines, Singapore, South Africa, Trinidad and Tobago, uh, and so on and so forth. Then custom. So this is where I would have inserted that thumbs down, assuming I had all of that. And guys, remember when we were treating the date and time function. Do you remember?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, yes.
You can actually conditionally format your date and time. Maybe you don't want it to appear 02/04/2023. This is where you can just come and say you don't want to see the month. You want to see the day, right? You want to see the day and just the month. This is where you can get it. You want to see your day, month, and year. This is where you can do all of that right here. Then you want to see the hour and the month in AM or PM. You want to see the time. Remember, I told you guys about that. Let's say now equals to, let's say now, bracket open and close. Right. So we have this to be, maybe I could put this in a short date, and then I conditionally format this. Can you see what happened? I can go to my custom. Maybe let me choose. Let me see if it will work. All right. Can you see that I changed it to the time?
Yes.
Can you see? I changed it to the
Mm-hmm.
time. So
Yes.
I can go back there, and I want to see the day and the month alone. So I'm going to click on OK. Can you see 11th of March? I go back onto
Mm-hmm.
one. I want to see the day, the month, the day, and the year in that arrangement. I click on OK. Can you see that? So this one is pretty much clear. So I just taught you guys how to navigate conditional formatting. So another way to go about it is,
Sir, there
let's
is a
say,
question.
oh, question. What's the question?
Someone said if we are getting a 10% of the net profits, how do we format it?
If you are getting a 10% of the net profit, can you see that? So as this answered the question, all you need to do is just put your whatever to percentage, and then you get your answer. So let's say we want to use percent here. You can change it to two decimal places or one or zero. Then you click on OK. That's it. I hope that answers the question. But when we are treating descriptive analysis and predictive analysis, I'm going to teach you guys other things about this. So let's say we want to go this time. I'll click on new rule. And let's say we want to format cells that contain, not only cells that contain, let's say errors, and I click on format. Maybe I want it to be bold and italic. Strike through and click on OK. Then click on OK. So it didn't work because there are no cells with errors. If there were cells with errors, that thing I did now would be affected. So I'm going to go back to conditional formatting, click on new rule. Then let's say I want cells that contain cell value. There are no specific text. Okay, let's say specific text. Cell containing Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson. Then I want to format it with strike through, maybe bold. Then the color, I'm going to choose yellow. Then I'm going to click on OK. And I'm going to click on OK. Do you guys see that?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Do you guys see what happened?
Yes, sir.
So, assuming you have a data like this one, let me open this sample data. So now I click on and then I click on new row, then cells that contain text. So what specific text are we going to be looking for? Let's say female. All right.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
say female. Because there is something about females that you want to concentrate on. Perhaps you want, when you are making your presentation, you want everyone in the hall to actually pay attention to all the female. You don't want strike through. So okay, let's leave it. And then we click on OK. And then we click on OK.
So when you say strive through, what exactly do you mean?
Strike through is when you write, let me say, female, you highlight it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There should be strike through somewhere. Strike through is actually when you have a line in between the words. You
Like
can
you are
see this
canceling it,
like
just one line.
underline.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay,
you
ah,
can see
okay,
this
thank you.
underline. Do you understand? So if strike through, you
Okay.
see that line would be inside the words, like cutting it into
Maybe it should be
pieces.
close to the drop down. At
Like
that you, because there's a
All
drop
right.
down there.
Yeah. Can you see? Can you see what we did? Everything
yes,
that
sir.
is female, we turned it into
Right.
red, and then it put it in italics. So that if somebody says, oh, they can't see any female in this data set, you'll be like, okay, give me some minute. Let me kind of conditionally format it so that you can see it. And even after the conditional formatting, and the person says, you know what, I still can't see it. And then as a data analyst, what do? You say, oh, Mr. Denson, I'm so sorry. I think you may have to visit a doctor to help you check what could be the problem with your eyes, because everyone here can see that the female is in red and it's slanted. And maybe I'm just suggesting, I love you.
And they will collect their job.
You could try that, but when they sack you, just know that I didn't send you.
Village people.
All right. I guess conditional formatting, you guys understand how that works to an extent. So let's do something
Yes, to
else.
an
Let's
extent. So is this
let's
all
clean
for
this up.
data cleaning and modeling?
No, no, no. We are still going. So let's
Okay.
say our new rule this time around, we want to look at you can actually format unique or duplicate cells. For instance, if you want to format all duplicates, if there is anything that is appearing more than once, you can conditionally format it just so have an idea. Let's say bold, want to change the color to yellow, and then okay, then okay. All right, so you can see that there are duplicates, right? You can see two persons had the same revenue. And do you guys know what duplicates are?
Sure.
Do you guys know what duplicates are?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
When something appears more than once.
Exactly, exactly. So with using conditional formatting, we're able to see the numbers that appear more than once. I wish there is somebody anyway. Nigerians are quite smart. The election, you could see that they were doing a lot of copy and paste from one local government. A data analyst can embarrass you in your foolishness. They'll be like, since when did you copy the votes in a state A to state B? Because just look at this. How can you have 455 persons in the same state in the same local government in state A, the same number of voters in state B and state C? So they were not like stealing properly. You kind of teach them how to steal, right? So we can go back and new rule. What else are we going to be looking at? Um, so we can actually use a formula to determine which which cells to format. And basically it's just maybe we want to look at this particular cell, new format rule, and we want to format those cells. But I don't think this would give us what we want until we come to Power Query Editor, so I can explain how you can use formulas to format your column. So in this case, is yeah, I thought as much. It's not going to work. So let's say was to sum if bracket open arrange. Let's say this. Yeah, thought as much. So everything here is greater than 20. That's basically why it's like I'm highlighting everything. So
That one is not
I'll
greater
pick
than 20.
what?
There is one
One
there,
one is not greater than
greater
20.
than
Oh.
20.
Minus 27, minus 27.
Minus
And
27,
one, I
minus
can
90.
see one.
Anything minus is less than.
Let me try that again. Not sure whether it's greater than I use or less than.
You are using some, not some is.
Oh yeah, some if sorry. So we have some if. So greater than 20
So that's less than.
is less than. Is this greater than no? This
The right
Yes.
hand.
all right. It didn't work. Anyway, I'll teach you guys that in Power Query Editor. I don't get to use this here. Let me see if there's anything else I'm missing under conditional formatting. We've treated all of these, right? If there's anything we've not treated, let me know. Text that contains, we've looked at that under new rule. Top to bottom, we've looked at most of these. Data bars, color scales, color icons, new rule, clear rules, manage rules. Um, when I'm treating Power BI, if someone reminds me, I'm going to explain most of this because this is really you need an understanding of conditional formatting in Power BI to appreciate how easy or how difficult this one could be. Because I could basically come here with a new rule and it still takes me back to my dialog box, and then I insert all the rules, most of the rules that we've looked at. If I say format all cells based on their values, and I want a three color scale, you can see three colors will appear. I probably want to see the lowest value, the percentile, and the maximum value all appearing in each of these colors. And my midpoint here is 50. I could as well change it to, let's say, I can change it to 60, right? Sorry, change it to 60. Sorry, let
It's
me
like
cancel
it's like
this.
there's no 50 on the table.
Midpoint, well, they don't need to be 50. Midpoint is simply, let's do it so that you see. Um, so So the midpoint here, okay, it's 50. So they have actually told us that the midpoint is 50. So we basically leave it like that. Click on OK. So that it was this one actually does. But I think we've understood how most of these work under conditional formatting. It really helps because there are people that they say they don't understand what you are saying. They can't see the values you are referring to. They can't see the text. They can't see Katiwere. They can't see Peter Jackson. So instead of you going to scroll down and look for Peter Jackson, all you need to do is highlight everything and go to text that contains and then type Peter Jackson, and then it's going to highlight Peter Jackson. You can even change the font size, make it so big so that in case the person says they can't see it, the person will definitely have to see it. So let's try that one last time so we can proceed. Let's say text that contains cell value, what specific text, and then we say Peter Jackson, right? Let's
Yes,
say
sir.
Jackie Chan. Let's choose Jackie Chan. Then we click on format, and then we can come over here, click on bold. We can even look at the border. You can change the color, click on any of these, go to fonts. It's not highlighted, I don't know why. On the line, maybe double the color, you can change it to yellow. But sometimes you'd see the font size would be highlighted, it will be bigger. You can even change the font size if you want. But in this case, it's not highlighted. So we basically leave it like that and then click on OK, click on OK. So you can see Jackie Chan is highlighted with what? With yellow. So the person who, you can simply take your pointer and then show the person what was highlighted. So having said that, we are done with conditional formatting. So let's proceed to the next thing, which is extra rows. So there are a couple of ways to give me a minute. Let me drink some water.
Right.
All right. So guy, oh, this is so good. My voice sounds lighter, sweeter, more interesting, more appealing and attractive. I guess all I needed was water. Um, okay. Can someone tell me what they notice on this data set?
There are more rows.
Like It is good.
Like there's rows that are empty.
Yeah,
Empty
empty
Like
rows.
you
rows.
group two, you pair two people together. Two, three, two, three.
Yeah, yeah. Pairing and then so this is another method of data cleaning. Can someone tell me what should we do to remove those rows? So somebody that have not attended this class, this is how they remove rows. They go highlight it, right click
Right click,
and click on
delete
what?
entire row.
Delete row.
Yes,
Huh?
Yes,
yes.
So
that
You've deleted number. Okay.
that's a
so
very lazy way of deleting rows. So what if you have up to 500 empty rows? Are you going to scroll down deleting those rows, each and every one of them?
Okay.
Are you going to do that? Remember, as a data analyst, you are doing so much in less time. That's the plan. Do so much with less time. Anybody? Can anyone? Let me check the comment section. Anyone share an idea?
maybe you should highlight it,
Highlight it.
then go to that. There's one part that we have delete
Okay.
I
at the
think it's
top.
I think
top.
it's
So I
conditional
guess we
command.
have some option there.
Okay. Comment section, guys. I need to see how do you delete empty rows at the same time. Some of you are very good in breaking up with your people, but you don't know how to break up with empty rows. All right. Someone says filter all blanks. That's good. A good example. So if you go down here, you are going to see two tips that were given. How many tips? So you tip number one, F5 plus special. I want you guys to try this on your own. F5 plus special, then K plus enter, then control minus, and then R plus enter. If you do all of this, you are going to get your answer. F5 plus special, then check blank,
So
then
what is
click the delete feature. Can someone try it? These are all shortcuts. How to remove empty rows.
where is the special button on the keyboard, sir?
Well, um, now that you have said that, I guess I have to do it and show you guys. There's no special function. When once you click F5, you will see special on the dialog box. So let me do it. I want to click on um I want to highlight all. If you highlight all, it's not working because everything there is like so we have F5. Can you see special? Can you see that?
So, yes, sir.
Then this is the blank I was talking about. You check it. Okay, click on OK. So when you are done clicking on the blank, then you click on the. That is how I want you to guys to do it. So F5 plus special, then check blank, then click the delete feature. I like this. F5, click special, click on blank, and then click delete. Can you see that? So I want you guys to try that. Everything that is extra row is empty. Then another one is F F plus special, K plus enter, control minus, and then R plus enter. So now that we have this is the delete I'm talking about too. This one here, delete the entire row. Can you see? All the entire rows are gone. Hmm? Not delete on your keyboard, delete future. That is it here. I guess you've not used it in this class before. Now you know how to
No.
use it. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Do you want me to do that again?
Do it
Maybe
again, sir.
All right.
highlight
I
first.
highlight, right?
Mm-hmm.
F5, click on
Go to
special,
special
then check blanks, click
blank.
on OK. You can
Okay.
see all the spaces are highlighted for you. Then come here, click on delete. Delete the entire row, click on OK, and that's gone.
Very
Paula.
good.
So there's another way to do this, and I'm not going to take you through that again. So we have solved for this tip. I need you guys to use this tip to get it. So another way we can do that is highlight everything, go to data, go to what filter. When you click on filter, click on the drop down, and then what happened? Make sure you uncheck blanks, click on OK.
Okay.
Do you see that?
Yes.
So that's another way to remove your. Please, this is very, very important. You may not know how important it is until a you are given something to do and there are so many rules and you need to delete them. That is part of your data cleaning. All right, let's proceed to the clean function. And someone tell me, what do they notice here? What do you notice here?
Mm, incorrect words or misplaced words. Or how is that?
Okay. Incorrect words and misplaced words. Okay, that's a good attempt. But can someone else share?
So someone said it's not working in 2016 Excel. I think that should be the remove function or the F5
What is not working?
special. The F5 special. Is that solar? Or solar? I don't know.
Some of the words
It's not
are
working.
more than one, like double.
All right.
We
So
have
you
two formulas anyway. Say duplicate. Okay.
Duplicate
Let us
on
say
the this if you check the product.
okay.
By the way, guys, if there is anything you don't understand here, keep your questions. When you belong to your group, you can discuss it. Hopefully from next week. Next week, I think if next week you guys will start your internship, so that when once you are done, for those who registered with the SQL server, while the cohort you have already treated on Excel, so you just move over to SQL server and continue with the rest of the course. But for those who did not enroll for data analysis after your Excel, we just um, give you your certificates. But but remember, we don't give certificates to students that haven't built their portfolio. So remind me, I'm going to send you. Um, I don't know if I should do that, but what I'm going to do is you guys should begin to record your analysis during your internship and submit it. We want to see that you have actually done it. You record it, post it online. That is how you submit it. It's part of your building your portfolio. There's a free website we teach our students how to build. This is just basically for those in the data analysis class. That's those who would continue after Excel. We always have this website. We teach our students how to get it so that they can put all their projects together and show it to whoever. So if someone, there's a difference between, oh, I'm good with doing this and that in Excel. There's a difference between you writing it and there's a difference between you sharing it. So you need to know that difference. So let's proceed. Yeah, if F5 doesn't work, maybe you find out what works for your version of Excel. You can use the filter function. Can someone tell me, using your eyes, what is wrong with these data sets?
The spellings of words there and some of the words that appear two times.
Okay.
You
What
have
else?
No.
duplicates of words too.
Yes.
Some of them appear
You have
twice.
duplicates.
Repetition, like
Okay.
twice.
Okay. Can someone say what others have not said? Have you guys not noticed that there is an unprintable character before this name?
Yes,
Pros.
I didn't know how to say it, but I was looking at it.
Okay,
So what
like behind. Yeah, that's true.
There is an unprintable character before that name.
Sure.
So
That looks like small
somebody
small
can do
boss.
this. Yes, somebody can. What it means, what that means is that when you actually want to print this out, it's not going to show on your printer. That's what it means. But when it's in your Excel, that object actually exists. It takes space, and if you don't remove it, it's going to cause problems for you. But it is called an unprintable character because when you want to print it in a printer, you are not going to see that object because the printer does not understand what that object is. But when you take it to your Excel, it is going to show you that there is an unprintable character right there. It just like it's just like some couples. They go out, they are looking all nice. Everybody, oh, such a beautiful people together. But they don't know back at home that there's some issue that going on, some big issue going on. So that is what this means basically. Excel, as a data analyst using Excel to analyze data, your job is not to look at what is beautiful. Your job is to look at what is ugly so that you can make it beautiful. Because if you look at what is beautiful, like some of you were mentioning, remove duplicates, you weren't paying attention to what is not beautiful in the content, which is there is an unprintable character that's not supposed to be there in the first place, even if we know that there are certain words that are appearing more than once. Are you guys following me?
Yes,
Are you
sir.
Yes,
guys
sir.
understanding? Do you understand how I need you to
Yes,
start thinking
yes.
now as a data
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
analyst?
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Because the thing is that the more you improve the way you analyze data, it's actually going to change the lot of things about the way you also think. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Of course.
Because I used to tell someone, like one of the posts I made of recent on social media, I'm like, if you are earning 50,000, 100K, how many of you read that post? You don't have to feel you are a failure, because behind everyone you've seen earning in dollars or in thousands of dollars or naira, there is an unprintable character that person hasn't made aware. Until people tell you what they are passing through in their life, you are not going to know, because basically you are seeing them with nice clothes and shoes and all of that. Reminds me of an ex-girlfriend. Very beautiful, well packaged lady. If you see both of us, like you'll be, oh wow, couples gold. Ah, God, when? But when we are together, this girl is an amazing beast. She is a beast of beasts. In fact,
Mr. David.
yeah, that is it. People look so nice. And then I discover when I started my journey into data analysis and into tech generally, I now discovered when I started learning data cleaning. Um, Now, this is the easiest part in data cleaning. But some of you would go ahead to enroll for a Python class, which is also starting this month anyway. You will discover that using coding and things, you will see a lot of banks, a lot of businesses. You go, you see all their billboards. Everyone is like, oh, this place is so nice. This hotel is so this. But the data analyst that is cleaning their data is seeing all their shit. Like you are literally seeing things that this company is passing through. But you won't say a thing because they are paying you to clean the data. They are paying you to make them look good, right? So your job is to make your unprintable characters to be non-existent or to actually look so good. We have what is called PR, public relation managers, or social media managers, or risk managers, or you've heard of these names before. These people exist to make your company look so good. Like everybody knows that president-elect of Nigeria, Tinubu, is actually an old man. But have you actually stepped out? If for those of you that see his posters online, I see a lot of that too online. Have you stepped out and see the type of branding, the type of polishing, the type of editing that goes on to make him look appealing?
I'm telling you, those
He's still no
graphic
fine, no.
designers,
He's
eh,
still no fine, despite everything.
Now your president be that, and you go hang your in picture for your wall.
La la,
now
that
your
one
president, my sister,
selection. Don't be my
be my
president.
president.
Don't be my president, I beg.
He will bring back that
Ekere
mandate.
Ekere is my president.
So, as we were saying before, these political juggernauts came to disrupt my class.
Still going
I
to
am trying.
escalate.
I'm trying to teach you guys something very important. If you don't have access to the raw data from anybody's life, please do not make any conclusion that that person's life is as beautiful as they claim to be. Having said that, one thing we can do for this data is to use what is called the clean function. Equals to clean. Read what is there.
Remove all non-printable characters from text.
Exactly. So we have equal to clean. You highlight this and
Bracket
close it.
close
You
and
see,
enter.
has removed it. You can now drag down. Is there a difference between this one and the other one?
That's
To print
Is there any
on print.
difference?
Yes, yes,
yes,
yes.
sir. Now the non-printable character has disappeared.
Exactly. So I want you guys to solve this. Put it here. Put your answer here.
So is it possible you
So
solve it on that particular place, like without moving it
is
or
it
to another
possible?
column?
Yes, it is. I figured that you always want me to do this thing.
So it's not even this one, no. The one you go back to is that index match.
Look at it now. Look at it.
No,
Have you seen it?
when no,
Is that what
sir,
you
you
mean?
just copied it and pasted, right?
No, I didn't.
Jesus
I
Christ.
solved it right there. Look at it again. Equals to clean. Can you see? Bracket open. Text. Enter.
Okay,
Can you
sir,
see
fine.
that?
This is not what I asked. Actually,
What did
So
you ask?
her
I
question
mean,
is, can we solve it on the same product where it's having the unprintable character, the same column without having to use it in another column, in another column?
exactly, without moving it to another column, just removing it there on that column A.
Well, you would have let's try that and see. You would have to. You can't do that because you would have to
Click on
um
the click on the plate.
that exactly. You have to check the one you want to remove. So
Your range
basically
or array.
what you can do is, yeah.
Okay,
So in Power Query Editor, when we get to Power Query Editor, when you see something that is like that, there is an unprintable character there. All you need to do is, okay, you don't want to work on that particular column, so you create a new column and then you insert the new formula and then get the clean values into that column, and then you can now delete the one that was not clean. That is how we do it. Okay, so now this is your assessment. Pay attention to the number and alphabet placing. I want you guys to solve this. Okay. Remember when I talked about combination of formulas. So this is where I can test you guys. There's an unprintable character here. Okay. Numbers are not supposed to come to the left. Remember. So I want you to put this here and then give us a total of everything. So having said that, we're going to move to the value function. Are we together?
Sir,
Yes.
that was an addition, right?
What do you mean by addition?
Find the total
When you
values.
hear of total, what comes to your mind? Of course, it's sum.
The
What is
summation.
the total
Summation,
amount? We're
summation.
looking at sum.
Okay, so that means we
Yes.
just am supposed to remove the unprintable character alone and then add it up.
Re-
Okay,
I
okay.
I
Thank you so
don't
much.
care how you do it. The question is find the total of these values. So if you like,
All
go
right, all
and
right.
anyhow you want to do it, do it. But I want to see the total using formula. Don't use your calculator.
Okay.
So the value function, what do you guys notice here? What do you guys notice?
The those figures inside those tables are not actually correct. That's why it's bringing
Okay.
a mark at the top of column of each cell. Sorry. And
Okay.
besides the numbers are written on the left side of the column instead of it being at the right side of the column.
Hmm.
Mr. David, are you still here?
Yes, I'm here by the grace of God. I'm with you, my dear.
Okay. Somebody said, what are examples of unprintable characters on the keyboard? Because I actually thought that was a bullet somehow.
Can you come
So
with that question again?
someone on the comment section said, what are examples of unprintable characters on the keyboard?
Examples of unprintable characters in the keyboard.
Yes, because when I saw that, I felt it was maybe a bullet.
Okay. So unprintable characters are basically characters sometimes that will happen because of sometimes when you copy a Microsoft document to Excel, that particular object in Microsoft Word may not be available in Microsoft Excel. But instead of Microsoft Excel to actually delete that object for you, it is going to make the object to become an unprintable character. For instance, hashtag is an unprintable character. It has if I put um hashtag 2, and then you can see, and then put 2 here, you can see there's a difference between the first one and the second one. That hashtag you see there is is it is totally useless. It doesn't mean anything. So you have to remove it. And sometimes it's not just hashtags, it could even be an
Ah,
object, like I already mentioned. For instance, look at all of this. Go to insert shape. All of these things you see here, if they are inserted into any number, they become an unprintable character in your text. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So be careful of how some of these things appear on your text. It could be in form of a picture, it could be in form of a clip art or a shape or a smart art or anything at all. Pay attention to what is not a value of sort in terms of alphabets or numbers or formulas. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we are.
So can someone okay, someone have already said this. So basically what I want you guys to do is that I want you to solve for this. The clean data, I want you to put it here using the value function. So for the value function, I'm going to say equals to value. Read what is there.
Convert a text
Convert a text
string.
string that represents a number to a number.
Exactly. That is what value function does. Sometimes you would have a number. For instance, all of these are numbers, but they are not being understood in Microsoft Excel as a number. So what you are going to do is you need to make Excel understand that this number is actually a number. So your father calls you and he's like, well, we don't like people that are from, let me use one of you as an example.
From,
PUN.
from Calabar.
Um, yeah, PUN. You don't like people that are from Calabar.
Yes, she does not.
Somebody was trying to say something here. Eve,
Like Mohammed.
Eve said, "Oh God, David, why do I be
Her
like
name
the
is
woman
even
I
Eve.
show you 50 shades of life?"
50
My
shades
dear,
of
the
life. Na
problem is
fine
that
movie
it's
now.
because of people like it's because of people like Eve that we are in trouble.
Yes.
Adam was alone. No, there was no trouble. Eve can't enter trouble there.
I'm from there.
Okay, since you are mentioning, so let's say if it's Yoruba, and then she's dating someone that is
Eve said,
Hausa.
I beg you.
Hmm? So, so she's Yoruba and she's dating someone that is Hausa. She brought the person to her family, and I mean they are seriously in love, terribly in love. They cannot do without each other,
Mm.
and she knows this guy more than the parents, and then she comes home with the guy and the parents are calling the guy unprintable names. Now you can now understand unprintable characters, right? So the guy has become an unprintable character in the family. It is it, but Eve knows that this guy is actually genuine. So she is going to be the one to use the value function. She is even going to be the one to use the clean function on this guy to present this guy
To the
in a
family.
better stead to the parents. So she's going to use the clean function to say, you know what? Forget about all these unprintable characters. I know you have met a lot of people from this tribe that have done X or Y, but I want to tell you that this is what let me use one person's name here. This is what, let's say,
Senator.
Wilson. Yeah, like, this is what Wilson Hassan. This is what he has done for me. So what has Eve done? He has automatically used the clean function to clean away the unprintable characters. But there's one thing that she has to do, and that is she has to use the value function to make sure that Wilson Hassan is actually valuable in the presence of her parents. And what is she going to do? She's going to now present Wilson Hassan to her parents of having content. Already she knows that Wilson is a nice person. Already she knows that Wilson is 2 or 3 or 4, but the parents do not know that. So what she's going to do is she's going to use the value function to show the content of that 2 or 3 or 4. In that stead, what is she going to say? She's going to say, okay, Wilson, he's a graduate of University of Lagos. He has a master's. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we
Yes,
are.
sir.
Yeah.
Right on.
She's now going to say he has master's degree from MIT, and he has a distinction from Harvard University. By this time, the parents are now straightening their legs. They say, "Oh wow, And then she'll be like, okay, Wilson Hassan, he'll be running for office in the state assembly in Texas. And oh, by that time, everything about Wilson, the unprintable characters and names are now disappeared, right? The second thing that Eve have done now is to present the partner to the parents, this time around, making sure that they see how valuable he is. So when she is done with that, she will now wait for the parents. And I can tell you that a typical African parent will not want to make Wilson Hassan to come in or be felt as dirty as they felt him to be. All of a sudden, they'll be like, you know what? I think you are different. You are different from all those housed up people. Oh, my son. Oh, my son. Please come and sit down. Don't mind us. We've had all experiences, bad experiences with all these crazy people. One time they begin to tell you why, storytelling comes into play. Begin to tell you why that. So, I dated this house guy before I met Eve's father. Oh man, this guy was this guy was that. They begin to tell you all the things, but I think you can, you can change. I see you can take care of my daughter, and she's doing well as well. So that is how this works in real life. So anytime you are confused about the trim function, the proper function, the value function, the clean function, please remember Eve and Wilson Hazard. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So now we want
Now
to
they say you get
do the
story
value function. We want two to actually appear. We
about
want
it.
two to actually appear as two. That is what the value function is going to do. We want we want these two to actually appear as two. We want three to appear as three. So we're going to click on it and then we close it and hit enter. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm. Drag down.
Then you drag down. That is it. So everything here that was 2, 3, 5, 3, 10, 5, 10, that wasn't appearing as numbers, even though there was no error in them, you can now package them and make them to appear as numbers. So what value function does is that it makes a number to actually appear as number in any case. So there's another way we can solve for this. Another way we can solve for this is actually to highlight all of this. Okay, there's a number here or a drop down.
Convert the number.
Go and say convert to number.
Correct.
Can you see that?
Yes.
So
So
there's
do it again.
another way we can do that. Another way we can do it is what is called text to column. Do it
Text to
again.
column.
Okay, I'm going to click drop down, click on convert to number.
Convert number.
That's it.
Okay, thank you.
How did
The
you
third
convert it to
one,
be like
the
this?
third one, the third one, the third one, we go to text to columns. And then when we already talked about text to column, right? So this time
Yes, sir.
around,
Mm-hmm.
we just leave it at tab and then click on next. All right. Our destination, this is where we want it to be. We go back there and then we click on, in this case, you could just leave it like that, then click on finish.
Finish.
Can you see that?
Voila.
Reported quality, everything is now in columns. So those are the three ways that you can solve for this type of data, unclean data. Remember, the first one was alphabet. Let's go back and see. The clean function, we had alphabet, but with an unprintable character. With this one, we have numbers with an unprintable character. And I can tell you that you can also combine the value function and the clean function together to get your answer. I need someone to try that. Try that on your own. And then we have two other topics before I close for today. which is the substitute function. Then we are going to treat the substitute function. Are we still together in this class?
Yes,
Of
sir.
course.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, we can hear you. We can hear you.
The substitute function. So there's somebody that has a very noisy background. Yes, thank you for muting yourself.
Is Brother
Chisom, are you
Senator.
here?
I'm here, sir.
Chisom, are
I'm
you
I'm
here?
here. I'm here, sir. Yes, sir.
Di-
I am
Did
here.
I distract you from something important?
No, sir.
Faith, are you here?
Present, sir. I'm here, sir.
Faith,
I'm here, sir. Present, sir. I'm here.
Zainab, Zainab. Okay,
Zainab
she's
is
waving.
waving. Yes.
All right. Senator,
Sir.
Senator, I be like say your generator dey on.
Generator dey fan and I down dey.
PUN.
I'm here, sir. I'm here.
We saw you waving. We saw
All
you
right,
waving.
so let's
Thank you for
continue.
waving.
So with substitute function, guys, you have been told to substitute the year 2020 with 2021 in the following set of data by your manager. What do you think you should do? What do you think you should do? So you have 2020, you have 2019, and then you have 2018. And then they come tell you, hey, you know what, David? There is a data we sent to you 2 days ago. We got information from our maybe X or Y sales manager that they actually imputed the wrong date. Would you love to please replace the 2020 with 2021 in the data? And you'll be like, okay, I'm gonna do that. So and you don't know what to do. And then you come back to me, and then I'm gonna teach you because I love you, and I'm just gonna tell you because you are amazing. Then I tell you that we are going to use the substitute function to get that sheet sorted. So we go equals to substitute. Can someone read what's there?
Replace existing text with new text in a text string.
Exactly. So everything we have been doing, we've been hearing of text strings and blah blah blah. So we need to replace an existing text. The existing text that we want to replace here is what?
Is 2020 the year?
What
2020.
are we
The
trying to
years.
20,
exactly 2020, and we want to replace it with what?
2023.
2021.
2021.
2021. Right.
Read
So
what you
now they
have.
are asking us what is the text. So we have equals to substitute bracket open. They're asking us what is the text. In this case, our text is just this one. So we
2020.
put our comma. What is our old text? Our old text is what?
2020.
2020.
2021. Huh?
One comma. What is our new
New
text?
text 2021.
Okay.
2021.
2021.
2021.
Okay.
Then we hit enter. Can you see that? And then we can
Yes.
now drag down.
Drag down.
Can now drag down. Can you see 2020,
Yes.
2021?
So there's an error.
Is
Okay.
that one clear?
It's not an error.
All
Yes.
right. So
Okay.
now, guys,
Yes. No error. Go
there
ahead.
is no
I'm
error in
sorry.
Jesus' name.
Amen.
Yes, I thought it would have joined the rest, but we are doing
So
for only
now,
2020.
yeah, 2020. But I want you guys to go and work together and solve for this. I want you to replace 2020 with 2021 then 2019 with 2020, and 2018 with 2019 using one line of code or one line of formula. Remember, there are how many things are you replacing with here?
You're
Three.
replacing one, two,
Three.
three.
2020 with 2021, 2019 with 2020, and 2018 with 2019. You are replacing three things. So I need you guys to go and solve for how can I replace three things on the same formula so that when we drag down, I want it in such a way that when once you drag down, 2019 becomes 2020 automatically and 2018 becomes 2019 automatically. So that's the assignment. The same way we drag down and 2021 was reflected in all of the 2020s. I want you guys to work on it in such a way that 2019 changes into 2020 and 2018 changes into 2019. Now, the last thing for today is the customer age. Hello, are we together?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello, guys.
We are here,
We
sir.
are here. Can't you hear us? We can hear you loud and clear.
All right.
Oh my God, Mr. David is not here. What happened? Who removed Mr. David?
It should be
Nah,
network
no be
in the
you.
background. Who
You
get
said
his
what?
name now? Who's getting
Yeah,
baby
it's
be
you
like
that
that
removed
sweet
him
baby?
now.
So don't call my name.
Who get baby for there? Oh?
Sorry, it's
It's true.
my
Somebody's
turn.
baby is crying.
A
Chisom,
fine baby.
It's
Chisom.
Chisom Cynthia, yes. Her this thing was beeping.
And she said she's the one. Ah,
Probably maybe
baby.
it's a baby. Mhm. The baby to stop crying.
Oh, God, when
Ah,
I don't know say you get potential like this. So don't you imagine yourself as a mother already.
You know, if I get picky, see you.
I I I
baby.
I know I know feel argue with that one now. There's nothing that cannot happen.
Until you know the unprintable characters of peace, Nena.
Okay, well
Mm-hmm.
done, ma. Sorry, I don't know.
But if you don't have to say anything. Welcome back, Mr. David. Zainab.
All right. Thank you so much. I was
Zainab.
sharing a baby. Is any of you here, does any of you here have a baby?
It's my baby, sir.
Who is that?
It's Chisom.
She's resting.
Oh,
That's our
Chisom.
baby.
Oh,
XL
you have
baby.
a baby. What is his name? Or what's her name?
It's a boy, Jidenna.
Jiden. All right,
She
that's
didn't
nice.
go give him to the papa
So
or make the papa hold him. Na him name.
yeah. So let's continue, shall we?
We shall. Shall we?
So now for the customer age, I want to tell you that, like, can someone tell me something? Let's say tell me your date of birth if you
Even
want.
12 years, even
16th
12
of
years,
August. 6,
Uh
16, 16,
6th
oh
of
08,
August. What year?
1990.
1990. All right.
Hey, no,
month cannot be 16, abi? Okay.
16th. No, 1608.
1608.
Mm-hmm.
we have 16 months.
That's August. August is
1608.
08.
Okay. Now, can is it possible for you to use a formula to know somebody's age if they have given you their date of birth? If you have ever opened a form online and then they ask you for your age, maybe you applied for an opportunity and then they perhaps wanted people who are 18 years of age to apply for that opportunity. And you are not going to pass to the next stage if you don't submit your date of birth. So you come submit 1990 to be your date of birth. The software will automatically disqualify you because you are above 18. And there is nobody there that's watching you to see whether you are lying or not. What happens is that when you insert your date of birth into the software or into that platform, the back end automatically uses a set of functions or a set of code to generate what your automatic age could be. And when the age is actually above, greater than 18, it is going to send you out of the system automatically. Have you guys experienced something like that? Or perhaps
Yes,
have
so
you
yes,
envisaged?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, like my month of birth is December, so I was trying to fill a form. Then
Mm-hmm.
they said something like you should not be more than 20 or 21. But I
Uh-huh.
was like, not up to 21 now, but the stuff is already bringing the age of 21. But I will still complete 21 in December. I was like, which one is this? You understand? Like,
Exactly. So that is how it works. The thing is that nobody is against your success. Only that technology works in such a way. Technology works in such a way that it helps to automate certain things. Are we still here?
Yes,
Yes,
we
sir.
are.
So we are going to use a formula to automate this date of birth to give us the exact date this person could be.
You want to be precise.
Should I continue?
Yes, sir, you can.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We are going to have equals to, let's find out how old PUN is. Equals to integer. Now, integer, for instance, let me do this. Let me remove this. We have 9 to whatever point 94. So, can someone round this up to the nearest number for me?
1000. Yeah.
1000. No.
Yeah.
that's 998789. Sorry,
99
99888.
87.9. You
9988.
can't cross
That
the
is
decimal
correct.
like that now. Okay.
Round it to the nearest decimal is going to be
Eight eight.
9987.88. All right, to the nearest decimal. but round it to a whole number is going to be 99.88. So we have 99.87.88. So this is a whole number. This is what? One or two decimal places.
Decimal places.
This is basic. This is like basic math, right?
Yup.
Okay, good. Now, this is what the integer function does. This is what the integer function does. I could say equals to integer. It says it rounds a number down to the nearest integer. So we have bracket open. What's the number? This is the number. Bracket close and enter. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
That is what the integer function does. Now, we are going to use that integer function to actually solve for the date of the exact, how old is this person exactly. So we're going to begin by saying equals to integer, bracket open. What is the number? The number is actually today's date. So we have to say bracket open again and insert today's date. Remember, today's date, the formula is today, bracket open and close.
Close.
And then we are going to divide, or sorry, I'm going to subtract today's date from the person's date of birth that we were given. And then you close it with a bracket, which is the today's date minus the person's date of birth, and divide it, all right, by 365. What is 365?
1 year.
The
1 year
total number of days in a year.
in a year. And then you close your bracket and then you
Double
hit
brackets.
enter, saying value error. So let's see what the problem could be.
Double brackets. You opened for today. Is
I
that
use
not?
Control Shift Enter to do it. Use
We didn't close the
CSE.
bracket for today and the bracket for integer.
Use CSE, sir.
You say what?
I was
Control
saying
Shift Enter.
maybe you did not use CSE. That's why it did not work.
I,
I
I
did
don't
not
know,
use
but you
what?
didn't close the two
CSE.
brackets.
CSV. What do you mean by CSV?
CSE.
Control
Control
Shift
Shift
Enter.
Enter function.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But what I was saying is that you just closed one of the brackets. Like you opened the bracket for today, right?
No, no,
Okay,
no.
you've closed it now.
I've closed it with the first one. Is the second one
Mm-hmm.
after putting my division sign that I'm now going to close it. You can see.
Okay.
So it's supposed to work. Let me find out what the problem is.
Right.
Okay. I see the problem is from my dates. So I'm because of the date of my
The
system, it's
month was
supposed
supposed to come
to
first.
08, yes, 08, what,
Mm.
16. So if I click outside, all right, do you see that? So you
Mm-hmm.
are 32 years old. So you have to
All
make sure
right.
that the date format that you have on your laptop is what you have on your Excel sheet. If you are confused about that, remember, if you are confused about that, you can always do your conditional formatting. Remember when we talked about conditional formatting. So right now we want to insert the customer's age. Okay. We want to insert the customer's age. Let's say this. And then we say equals to, again, integer. Can someone take me through the formula again? Integer, bracket
Open
Bracket
open,
bracket. Today.
Open bracket for
okay,
today.
today,
uh-huh,
close and
Open
open bracket and close
Open bracket and
bracket open
close
and
it.
close, uh-huh,
minus
Divided by
minus
365.
minus
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 open
Oh,
cell
the birth
minus
date, right?
yes. close bracket,
And what else?
close
Close
Date of
bracket,
bracket.
birth.
Uh-huh.
Divided by,
divided,
okay, divided by
By
365.
365. Good.
close
Then
bracket,
What else?
enter.
Close
close
bracket.
bracket,
Close
And
bracket, enter.
so somebody that was born on
Drag
the
it up.
8th of 11th, 1957 is actually now 65 years old. So if you drag down, if you drag down, who is that person? Oh, if you drag
don't
down,
know.
you are going to have the age of all your customers. So that's why you can see some banks, some e-commerce platforms will now target people who are above 90 years old for a particular product. Some e-commerce platforms will target advertisement to people below 50 for a particular product. And when once you submit your date of birth anywhere online, you have automatically submitted how old you are to that platform. As a data analyst, when once you have someone's date of birth, you can actually get how old the person is. All right. And it's the same thing, like one thing leads to the other. It's the same thing like a plate number in a car. In the US, if you hit somebody and run, you are actually wasting your time. Why? Because
They'll cash you.
uh,
Camera would
they
have seen you now. Camera.
yeah, aside from the camera, the person could decide to take a snapshot of your plate number, which is directly connected to your social security number and your address, your exact address. So the next day you would see some police officers and you'll be wondering, you can't even wonder how did they know where I
In
was,
your
because
house.
definitely that your vehicle, when once there's a camera, when there is no way I'm driving, even if it's at night, there's always a camera. There was one time I was coming back from work in downtown Dallas. I think it was around 11. As Niger guy where I be now, after work I just say I do extra hustle. So I was driving down, and um around year 11, the road was pretty clear, but the traffic light told me to wait, like red. I had to wait because if I don't wait, at the end of the month, I'm going to have a ticket sent to my inbox, and I don't want to pay that type of ticket. But if you come back to
Wow.
you driving in Nigeria,
ew,
eh, people always, I used to laugh when people take pictures of they are standing in front of a car or behind a car in Nigeria, and they kind of like blur the plate number. They don't want, my brother, my sister, is totally useless because that plate number is not traced to anywhere. It's only when a plate number is traced to your house, your job, your social security, your BVN, every detail about you is you are a number. As long as the US is contained, you are a number. And when your social security number is traced to all the jobs you have worked with, it's traced to your bank account, your network, it's traced to everything. If you are divorced, it's there. If you stole somewhere, it's there. It's just like your passport
That is
number. But
database
once you
now.
insert, yeah, when once you insert your passport number, you are traveling to any country, they just insert your passport number and they discover that you were actually in this country 10 years ago and you overstayed your visa. They are going to send you back, right? Yeah, like they kind of like ban you from even entering, except you got to take some illegal means too. So every single human being is a number. A bank doesn't care about your name as they care about your BVN or the amount in your account, your account number. All you need to do is send your BVN or NIN to send, and you are done for. So, as a data analyst, I need you guys to think this way: what is most important, a customer ID or a customer name?
customer ID,
Customer
Customer ID.
ID is the most important.
ID.
So, what is most important, a customer's birth date or a customer's age?
A customer's
Birth
customer,
date.
birth
Birth
date.
date.
Birth date. Glad. I'm happy you guys are following all these stories and all these things in class. So we are going to end today's section here. We have been 2 hours 23 minutes behind or in class. And this is going to be your assessments. So the data below contains data related to employees in an organization. Calculate the average age of all employees. Just before you started solving the problem, it was brought to your attention that 2017 was mistakenly entered into the data instead of 2019. So I need you to use your sense as a data analyst. Clean this data. You can see it is very dirty. Clean it. And then your data modeling assessments, I need you guys to begin to work on this together as a group and using Vlookup, find the names for the following ideas. All right. They have given you all the numbers here. They want to have the names. Which ID from the table made the highest sales? Using the sales data set, using the sales data set, pull the unit price for each distributor ID. So you have the distributor ID, you have the unit price. I need you to calculate for the average unit price. And then this will be your Excel project, guys. So you can start when once we say you guys will begin to submit your project and assessment, you know exactly what to do. So I'm not coming to this sheet tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going straight into correlation matrix, descriptive matrix, VBA, and hopefully we end the class next week with Power Query Editor. And then I'm free to divorce all of you.
Not some of them, not all of us.
Esther, if you open your worksheet, when you look above, you always see enable editing. You have to enable it before you work on it.
All right. So these are the questions for your Excel project, guys. These are the questions for your Excel project. You can use all the formulas I've taught you. I need you guys to work on this and then submit it.
Mr. David.
So if you have a question on all or any of these tomorrow, I need you to take your time. Look at we have 3 assessments, right? The first one, the class work that is right here under
Yes.
substitution function and others. Then you go to your assessment, your data modeling assessment, and your project. Take your time, look at them. If you have questions on them, I'll attend to them only tomorrow before I start the next course. Having said that, is there any question?
Mr.
Sir,
David.
before you go, let me just ask this question, sir. Sir, is there any short way we can use in getting the array of our data set without like highlighting everything? Is there any short way apart from Control A, highlight and getting it? Are you understanding what I'm asking, sir?
I use Control A most of the time. I can't think of any short form I've
Okay,
used in
but
the
if I want
past.
to highlight a particular one, like maybe like app, like that one we did, we were highlighting just division table as well as highlighting only app. How can I do it? Will I just do I need to drag it till it gets to the end?
Go to the row.
Okay, there's
Begin
a short
and
form
double
for
click.
that. That is alternate shift HOI. You can highlight everything,
H
but
plus
again,
O
Alternate
plus I.
shift HOI. Is it not to expand it?
that is to expand and highlight as well. But
Okay.
um, let me look at, let me see, and let me try to understand what you mean.
See,
Are
Esther,
you
if it's
talking
not
about
working,
highlighting
Yes,
this
that
way?
column now, like that. Like that column now. If I want to
double
highlight,
click on
apart from
A.
coming from up, wait,
Yeah, just do
what?
that. Just click that.
Peradventure, sir, let me still continue my question. What if this thing did not start from number one? It started from somewhere like number five. And knowing fully well, if you go to A, you highlight from one. What do we now do in that scenario?
Drag down.
It begins from 5.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I just go to
Is
page
this what you
category.
mean? You want to
Highlighting from
highlight
five,
it?
like I want to highlight only A column, starting from five. Is there any way I can command it that it start from five to the extreme?
Well, I haven't used this method before. Do you have any
Okay, sir.
solution for it?
Okay, we'll just check it, sir. We'll check.
Yeah, because basically, if I have a data, I get to highlight all of them as it is, or put them in a table and begin to work on them.
Okay, sir. No problem, sir. Thank you.
Or better still, I can come here, Control Shift and down. Can you see that?
Yes, sir. So it started from 5.
From click here, Control down. Sorry, Control.
Control shift and down.
Check if that will work for you. Control Shift and down will highlight everything. Can you see that?
Okay, correct. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Control
Did it
shift and
work?
down. The down, is
Yes,
it
sir.
Yes.
It
the
worked. It worked.
down key, the arrow key rather?
Yeah, Control Shift and down arrow key. You can also do the same thing.
Okay.
Control Shift and the right arrow key. It will take you to the end of your
Okay,
data
sir.
set from your
From
right.
5,
Can you
all of
see?
them. Okay, from 5.
Yes.
Tawagochukwu
Okay.
is asking
Yes,
when
sir.
we are submitting.
When you are
So when
submitting,
are we
I'll tell you.
submitting?
I'll tell you tomorrow.
How can I be
Please,
promoted?
Mr. David, can you please do the index match for the region? Just even if it's not the region you gave us, for another region.
What
Because
what you are
I
asking? What you are asking is like I gave you money to cook food, and you are also asking me to give you pots.
Yes, now we know
Go
that.
because
and have that conversation with your colleagues. That's the reason why I'm sending you back to go and do your research. Is there any other question?
Sir, under the clean function, I think someone asked a question before. Under the clean function, she said that it did not teach us about how to remove duplicates.
How to remove duplicates?
Duplicates is under the clean function.
Don't worry about that. I'll teach you later.
Okay,
Just
sir.
remind me, okay?
Okay, sir.
All right. So if there's nothing else to say, see you tomorrow and enjoy your Saturday.
Thank you, sir.
I hope you
You
guys learned
too.
Sir,
something today.
Thank you, sir.
thank you,
Yes, we
sir.
did.
You are super, sir.
Please, so those of you in the premium group, I'm not happy. Oh. I'm yet to get the video reviews from you guys. You promised to send it to me. What happened?
Sir, personally, me, I will do after the classes so that I can have words to like input in this in the video before sending it to you, sir.
All right. The classes will
Okay, sir.
end next week. I don't want to forget. If you can do it, if you are up to do it now, do it. So I don't forget.
Okay, I will try and do it after
All
from
right.
tomorrow then,
Bye.
sir. Bye, sir.
All right, bye, sir. Thank you.